2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. Rawls alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. And the Wizards with possession. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses. Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Here's Carrington. Get the shot. Porzingis with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Tatum. Following the miss by Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Washington with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And it's Carrington missing. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Out to White. All sorts of time. And Sarr pulls it down.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Letting the big man Sarr go to work inside. I like seeing him being aggressive down low.
Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now here's Poole. Sarr's shot is off. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, and the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And yes, it's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And here is Tatum. Following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, Brown returning the favor. That three at the other end didn't sit well with him.
Pass to Sarr. Back to George. Middleton on the wing. Shoots over Brown. Middleton can't get it to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Wizards trailed by 3. There's the pick. Here's Poole. No good on that one. Good D by Holiday. Brown outside. That doesn't go either for Brown. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
.106 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Poole. The Wizards with another miss. Celtics leading by 3. Holiday attacking. And he uses the glass on the layup. Holiday's got 5 now.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the knee can rotate.
Look how these dudes play, man. They got the Celtics and he's going to sit in his center the whole damn time. Dude's trash.
Like a quarterback timing a route.
43 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Holiday, here we go. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 7 points in the game.
a really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Holmes, good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Middleton inside the three-point line. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And Brown can score from anywhere, which is what makes him a big problem for the defense.
The kick out to Poole. They set the pick. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball defensive approach we've seen so far for Boston.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2018 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
They're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
The Celtics with the lead. Inside. The kick out to Tatum. Left side, Brown. Shot clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Drills the three-pointer. Brown's got 11 points.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
To the inside. Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Outside Holiday. Rebounded by Poole with it. He's picked up by White. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, a three-pointer is right on target.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
and it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
1:31 left to play in the first half. In the corner, Holmes with it. No good with the triple. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Tatum. To the middle. Here's White. Over in the corner, Porzingis. It's good from long range. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of it. That's just inviting trouble.
And Poole gets it to go.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
It's picked off. Holmes wide open. He fires. Hits it from three-point range. Holmes got the lead up to 3 now for Washington. Outside Holiday. Brown outside. And there's the drive. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Poole launches it from deep. Kept alive. Pass to Holmes. Clock at 6. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Here's Poole. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Holiday looking over the floor. Up in time. And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Wizards.
These type of players, man, I hate so much, bro. They suck.
Down to the last possession. Wizards leading by 3. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Yeah, easy call.
The Wizards shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those are things that were hard to tolerate.
Yep, you want to play like that? I can go in the zone because I know your ass can't shoot for real.
It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure.
There's just so much potential for Sarr. He's got that Wemby-like build with a lot of skill.
White, good.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I didn't even think he realized he could be this good.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this and fast.
Sinks. Middleton's got 8 points.
And I love seeing Middleton rise up there with confidence, knocking it down for that corner three.
Pass to George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Holiday.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really a good season for him overall last year. When you look at the number, 83% from the line. And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that will allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Pass to Smart. In the corner, George with it. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here is Tatum. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
A nice shot by George. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
Well, and that's what you want. Get something out in space before the defense can get set.
Back to Tatum.
Sitting there struggling.
There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter of the game. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Just 5 on the clock. Over in the corner, White. There's Brown with the 3. That one doesn't go. Wizards leading by 11. Middleton outside. There's a good screen. Smart on the wing. Down low. Hits it down to Middleton. Pass to Saar. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through.
Tells us to play some defense.
Already expanding his game. Saar trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Out to Porzingis. And another miss by Boston. Washington with the ball. This is the most they've led by, 13 points.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
30 seconds left to play in the third. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Basket. And the Wizards lead by 18.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Back to George. Pass to Smart. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Washington
I'll sit on the center the whole time. Then when I'm actually, matter of fact, he's switching off every time. Whoever has the ball, he switches off because he don't want to guard him. It's crazy. Like, why do dudes play like this?
Johnson with it.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
Outside, Smart. Pass to Holmes. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Celtics on offense. Here's Tatum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And what I love about Tatum, he is decisive with his decision making in terms of driving the basketball. Solid at kind of just putting his head down and creating the angle, and then the strength there to take the contact and force the foul.
Champagny. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here we go, one-on-one. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
White, wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Poole on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Poole's got 21 in the game.
Teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league.
I will give him this. He is hitting with Jaylen Brown more than I've ever seen anybody do with the Celtics.
It's Holmes, high post. Back to Poole. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time. When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Out to White. Beyond the arc. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
The 3 from George. Drills it from outside. And the Wizards lead by 16.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Outside, Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Holiday. And it's off from 3-point range. Poole with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Back to Poole. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. Fader on the way. And Washington again.
Hey, it's a pool party, y'all. Everybody's invited.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And Holiday, here we go. Here's Brown. Here he goes. The rebound by Champagnie.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Wizards.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jordan Poole.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Johnson outside. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. The 3 from Tatum. The rebound by Johnson. Now the Wizards with it. It's an 18-point game. Now Poole. Fires for 3. And the basket by Johnson. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Three from the inbound.
Satisfying win, man. Can't stand these dudes, man.
Come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful
Can't
lot
stand
about
them
this team.
at all.
They don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin.